This is the brand new Solar P1 3.0. I'm going to give you my first impressions and we're going to take it for a ride. I'm Paul and this is Rider Guide, the channel that tests more electric scooters than anybody in the world. Get subscribed because we generally make two kinds of content. First ride videos like this one, and in a week or two we'll have the full review of the P1 3.0 with tested top speed, tested range, and everything we learned from a week of testing. Let me give you the basics. Solar is a British electric scooter company that finally came to the US a couple years ago when they established a US warehouse. And this, the Solar P1 3.0, is their least expensive dual motor electric scooter. And as we know, dual motor scooters are amazing for climbing super steep hills and just going fast. The previous model was the P1 2.0, which was the fastest electric scooter we've ever tested, under $1,400. And now the P1 3.0 is $100 less than that for the base model, and we think this one is going to be even faster. And the reason for that is the base model now comes stock with sine wave motor controllers, which means you get tons of power and a super smooth throttle. And this one came with the optional seat that costs $55, and that's how we'll be testing this one too. It's also got the optional Tron lights that cost $140, but it doesn't have the optional fingerprint start that costs $100. This one just has the regular key start on it. On the previous version, you needed the optional fingerprint start in order to get the sine wave motor controllers, but on the 3.0, sine wave comes standard. Let's go for a ride and check it out. All right, so these are my first impressions of Solar's P1 3.0. We tested the 2.0 a while back, and then this is the improved version of that. And you'll notice I've got one of the options, the seat, which is, I forget how fun it is to ride around sitting down on an electric scooter. Let me tell you about the scooter. It's dual 1200 watt motors, and this thing boogies. The last one was the fastest scooter we'd ever tested at $1,400. The base model version of the 3.0 is $1,300, and so for sure this is going to be the fastest scooter we've ever tested at that price point, but we will give you the official top speed in the full review, so get subscribed for that. This thing's got, the basics, cable operated brakes, and it's got tubeless tires that have that are self-healing, and so that's pretty great and a nice thing to see at this price point. It's one of the great things, if you're going to ride sitting down, is really nice to be able to adjust your handlebars up and down and get things just right where you want them, and it just makes it really comfortable to ride in a seated position. And it's fun because you don't have to prepare for the throttle, right? I can ride one hand and grab some throttle, and I'm kind of anchored by my butt. So there is something really fun and relaxing about riding a seated scooter. They've updated the deck. It's got a rubber deck now instead of grip tape. The front suspension is a bit stiff. I'm definitely noticing that. I noticed it last time, and if anything, it's even stiffer this time. But we're checking on that with the guys to see if that's just this one unit or if they're all like that. But yeah, so far having a great time. Oh, new headlight for the P1 3.0. Much better looking, I think. A little LED jobber down there. And can't wait to do the full performance test and see everything it will do. I just had it out doing some ridiculous hill climbs earlier today, and we'll show you that in the full review as well. All right, so let's check out the controls. So there are no turn signals, but there's a light switch here, which controls the new little rectangular light down there. There's a horn button, which is, pretty polite. Nice key switch here. I really like this. It's instant on. You don't have to hold down the button to, get it to come on, and very clear display, very easy to read. It also sits nice and close to the brakes. The throttle and brakes are nice and close together, so it's pretty comfortable for longer rides. And then there are, lots of modes you can access here. You can run in front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, two wheel drive, eco, standard, sport mode, and then there's a walk mode as well. So there's just a ton of modes, and you can turn on launch mode, which makes sport mode even stronger. So a lot of flexibility with how you can tune this thing. So one of the cool things about the new P1 3.0 is that even the base model version comes with the sine wave controller, and it's just ridiculously smooth. I'm in launch mode right now, which is the strongest mode this scooter has, and it's quick. I mean, this thing is really fast, but it's still really smooth, even in launch mode. So that's definitely the mode that I would run it in pretty much all the time. But there are some things that you should know about riding this style of scooter. It takes a little more effort to get the levers set up just right, get the bars dialed in so they don't wiggle, and there are just more fasteners in general to look after. But the plus side is it comes with a nice tool set. If you're comfortable getting even a little bit hands-on, I think it is totally worth it because of what you get in terms of performance per dollar and just the total ride feel of the scooter. And you can get into your P settings and dial in your acceleration and also your level of ABS brake, and that's something that we'll show you how to do in the review. I'm still grinning thinking about the ride that I took on this thing last night. I don't always reach for a scooter with a seat on it. When I do, it ends up being ridiculously fun. Get subscribed so you don't miss the full review of the P1 3.0, where I try to ride it up the steepest hill in San Francisco, and you'll also get to know the tested top speed, tested range, and everything we learned this week during testing. For the latest pricing and any coupon codes we can find for you, check out the link down in this video's description that helps support this channel. I'm Paul from Rider Guide. Stay tuned for part 2, the full review of the P1 3.0.